And good morning, everyone. All About the Gyro here. Welcome to vlog 18. So it's been a while since I've done one of these. We got a lot of catching up to do. So we got to hit it and quit it. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is how am I doing? I'm doing much better. My mom spent 10 days with me. She drove up from Tampa, and they give you a distance measurement of something like, I think it's 600 or 650 miles, so it's over 1,000 kilometers. And she broke that up in 2 days. And then we spent some wonderful time both here, basically redoing my house. So notice the new piece of artwork behind me. So my home is a nautical themed home to remind me of my two hometowns, both the one I was born in and the one that really transformed my life into what it is today. We went to Columbus, had a wonderful time with my Aunt Loretta. Very enjoyable weekend up there. And Mom is now safely back home after a pretty fun road trip for her. So I was very happy to have that time with her. With the pandemic and everything, it had been a very long time since we saw each other. So very joyous time. Secondly, I'm very happy to announce that all of my court proceedings are done. The Lord showed great favor upon me, and now it's just the shouting that has to be taken care of. So some minor details with transfers and logistics and things thereof, but it's basically over. I don't want to go into too much detail. I'm not one to air out dirty laundry. I think there's healing in class that needs to be demonstrated, and part of showing authentic forgiveness is not airing your grievances publicly. But yeah, I'm relieved. A lot of burden's been taken off of me, and yes, it has cost a lot of money to do it, and it's been challenging in more than one spot, but it's worked out pretty darn good in the end. I'm very thankful. This home that I live in is officially mine. And that's a godsend. A man has to be stable, both physically and emotionally, to grow and flourish, and now I will have that opportunity to bloom. So, yeah, very happy times in my personal life. So, many thanks for your messages and prayers and things thereof. So, let's talk disc golf briefly. So, I am finalizing what's going to be the first version of my tournament bag. We're looking at 2023 as the year that we make our reattempt. So there's some physical training I need to do. I need to lose some weight, to be honest, and gain some flexibility. But that's progressing very well. So let's talk iRacing now. So lots have happened since the last vlog. So first we had Le Mans, the 24 Hours of Le Mans with Turn 7 Racing. Got another top 10 finish in a long distance endurance race. And what was very special is the team used my handwritten setup for the car. And it was a very enjoyable time. And I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. Then we've had our normal official series. We have officially dropped the VRS Sprint from our program. And the reason is the driving standards are just terrible. It's very, very poor right now in some of the series. GT3 Fix, I'm very much on the fence. That may get dropped as well. But what I like about GT3 Fixed is the brevity of the race, the shortness of the race is a positive. But we're still trucking along in Formula Renault 2.0 and the IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge, which I'm starting to enjoy more and more, and in the Formula V. Now this week, stay tuned to the channel because a very pleasant surprise occurred in Formula V. That's all I'm going to tell you about. Stay tuned for that. And so that leads to rating, and my rating's been going up and down like a violent roller coaster. But we're in the mid 1100s after dropping way down because of two very bad results. Lost 100 points at Spa, lost 75 at RBR, and it's just because drivers are being dumb. It's just that simple. And what I have come to realize is I need another 250 points of IR to start, keyword start, escaping what I consider to be the erratic nature and at times, candidly, the stupidity of others. Have a quote-unquote proper race. Now, when you gain those points, you also got to gain pace, and that might expose a little of my pace deficit at times. The Mach has been nice to drive. It's definitely not the fastest car in GT3. That's for sure. So, yeah. That leads into what happened this past weekend. I finally got to do a team race with Kurt, Haw 74, and we raised some money for multiple sclerosis. And I drove the TCR for the first time. Torched the front tires. I do not know how to properly drive that car. Fun car. Enjoyable car. I see why people like that car now. And it's the first time I drove it in anger. I just don't understand. Kurt basically said, Dwayne, you're braking too hard, and I think he's right. With regards to that. So I definitely would like to drive it a little bit more and understand how to drive it properly. It's a good enough car to warrant future consideration. And being able to do that with Kurt, Kurt had wanted to do all 4 hours originally, but just was not able to. And so he let me drive an hour, and so that was a thrill for me. And I've been wanting to do it for a while with him. So next time, Kurt, let's do the 488. Can we do that? At least I won't completely torch the front tires in that car. And so that leaves to what I'm going to race for the rest of the year. And so that ties into August. So because of dropping VRS Sprints, I think it's the right decision for me because I like to drive a variety of series. And the thing about VRS Sprint is a lot of people, that is their series. It's the only one that they drive. And so it runs counter to the generalist philosophy that I have. IMSA is finally out of the bad part of their schedule. I'm very disappointed of how low the turnout for IMSA was at Snetterton. Snetterton is a fine circuit, and the average attendance for IMSA at Snetterton, 10. Not kidding. 10. And I shake my head at that, like, this is a good place to race. Why are people not doing it? Now, the average for the series is a 59, so it is well down from the mid-90s that it was last season. Well down. Now, if you take out Watkins Glen, that 59 is probably in the high 40s. It's probably in the high 40s. So it's going to be very interesting if the attendance picks back up. So this week, IMSA's at Road America, so we're going to be racing around Wisconsin's finest. Dovetailing into that, I will probably be taking another working vacation up to America's Dairyland in the middle of the month to have a little bit of R&R, have a little bit of a reset. I like it up there. It's peaceful. It's good for the soul. But yeah, in the interim, we're going to continue on with our Formula Renault 2.0 campaign, our IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge campaign, and our Formula V campaign. GT3 Fix, like I said, I'm very 50-50. We'll see how it plays out. But if I end up dropping out as well, I'm not terribly upset, put it that way. And so yeah, that leads to season 4, and you know, it's fall. The weather here in Nashville has been terrible. Bad air quality, very hot days. Finally, the air quality is a little bit better than it had been, but still just hot as all get out. It's summer. And so yeah, I'm looking to find a new balance for season 4. It was announced that rain is in the future. It may not be this coming build, but maybe in 22S1. Hungaroring and Knock Hill, they're due anytime. iRacing is still on the march. And the IMSA Endurance Series replacing GT Endurance, I'm very happy to see that. Frankly, GT Endurance is crap. It's not friendly to North American drivers. And it needed to die. And I'm happy that it has. And a lot of incidents, a lot of issues in that series. And so, yeah, I'm looking at that being a 2-hour and 40-minute race as that's a nice endurance race, and it pairs very nicely with VRS, the 3-hour endurance races and that. And I think that's where, you know, for my GT3 fix, I think that's the direction I'll probably end up going. Because I don't think for me GT3 sprint races are favorable toward my mindset and my driving style. So, but yeah, I'm open to ideas on any other series to race. Just drop a comment down below. But that's it. That's what's going on with me. Life is improving. Definitely. I think if I get 100 subscribers, I think I'll give you a tour of the house. It's really, really nice. Mom really took my vision and made it happen, and I'm so happy. The space it's comfortable, it's cozy, and it's mine. Anyway, my friends, make sure you take care of yourselves, take care of one another. Stay hydrated, stay cool if you're in the northern hemisphere. I know it's hot. And that's it for now. God bless.